Welcome to the end of the week. Friday's version of Take 5. We take 5 minutes. We've been reflecting on the scriptures and what they have to say regarding our spiritual maturity or our spiritual formation. And we're looking at spiritual disciplines for these weeks. And this is the week we're looking at some internal ones. Just for my own memory's sake, they all begin with S, and they're really all connected. And they begin with David's words in Psalm 46, "Be still and know that I am God." And I've been encouraging us as you take 5 to get out of the take 5 and start practicing some of these. First S, solitude. All right, have you been alone at all? First S, solitude. Second S, silence. 15 minutes a day, can you do it? 15 minutes a day, not with a to-do list or anything, but just silent. Third S is what we looked at yesterday. Slowing. Slow down. You move too fast. Slow down. Whether it's your phone or your car or your calendar, identify those things that keep you from slowing down. Car, going too fast. Phone, always on. Calendar, what's the next thing? Always. Identify those things that, in a sense, not only illustrate that I don't slow down, but in a sense, help me speed up and put a brake on those things. Let me give you one more. Here's the one more. And the one more is Sabbath. Sabbath. Now, maybe you've heard Sabbath from church growing up or taught at other places, and we don't quite understand what Sabbath is. Let me just give you a real quick biblical summary. God created in 6 days, book of Genesis, and he rested on the Sabbath. Seventh day he rested. The word Sabbath literally comes from the word seven. It's the seventh day. Came to mean the idea of rest. And so God then gave his people the instruction, because, and not even based on Moses' law, as an illustration of the way he created, God instructed his people, you are to work 6 and rest 7. So I want you to think about this for a minute. When was the last time you took a Sabbath? You took one day in 7 and you stopped doing what you normally do. Now, mothers are all after mother and father's father and those kind of things. It's not saying divorce yourself from your family, but it is saying put the brakes on from the sweat, from the normal duty of a lot that you do. And if whatever it is, if it's going to the office or opening the computer, or at times if it is parenting, hand it off or to your spouse or to the grandparents. One day in 7, we're supposed to be able to take a break. 3 things from Scripture I realized from the Sabbath. One is a rest. One is a rest. God rested, not because he was tired, but he rested as a model for us. We ought to rest. And so maybe Saturday's your day off of work or Sunday, but are you resting, or are you running here, there, everywhere? There has to be a place where you let the tension go. You got to rest. First R is rest. Second R, think about this for a moment, is reflect. In God's model, God worked, and then he looked at it and he said, it is good. He reflected on it, and he reflected to a point of evaluating and saying it's good. Part of your Sabbath ought to be a chance to reflect on your work. Are you enjoying your work? Are you doing a good job? Even as a parent, if you are able to take a break from parenting, reflect on what are you doing well, what aren't you doing well, so that you're able to say, it is good. Rest, reflect. Part of reflection is reflect on your soul. Is it in a good place? Is your walk with Christ a healthy one? Is it a walk from the inside out? Is it an authentic one, or is it just a religious duty? Rest, reflect, and here's one that I want to end with. Rely. Rely. That's why you rest. In Exodus 34, talking about Sabbath and other parts of the law, Moses writes this. You are to work 6 days, but you must rest on the seventh day. Okay, that's what we've just said. Then he says, you must even rest during plowing and harvest times. He's talking to farmers. Even during plowing and harvest season, you need to take a break. You can't say, yeah, but this is harvest time. I got to keep working. Or if you're an accountant, you can't say, oh, but this is tax season. I got to work 777. Or if you're a student, this is exam week. I can't take a break this week. No, he's saying you must. Why? That last R, you rely. Because in essence, you are saying, I can accomplish in 6 days relying on God's provision what it would take me 7 days trying to do it on my own. Think about taking a Sabbath. Think about resting, reflecting, and relying on God to do what you need to do in His strength and by His will. 6 in 7. Next week we'll continue talking about spiritual formation and the various disciplines that go into it. I'll see you then.